So you want to be a celebrity nail artist, or you want high profile clients. How do you do it? Should you do it? What's our opinion on it? Do you want our opinion? We're going to give it to you anyway. We're going to talk about it right now on the Biz Talk. Tracey, I know you've always wanted me as a client, as you know, in your high profile clientele. Now,
if only I could put that on my Instagram, I'd be set for life.
You'd be set for life. But I have demands and I have requests, and you know, it's going to be tough. Plus, I want a discount.
Oh, you're actually going to pay?
You didn't even think I was going to pay?
Yes.
High profile client, Trace.
Hi.
I'd be your highest profile client, whatever that means. What? Please say it. Say it. Say it. Were you gonna make fun of me or Jorge?
You, but that's okay.
No, say it.
It passed.
Tracey.
The moment has passed.
Damn you. Dang it. All right. So, I know that we see this often, even in a lot of even the digital marketing classes. A lot of the people that take them, this is only in those classes. I can imagine, you know, everywhere else, but I hear this a lot. Like, hey, do you have any advice? I want to do celebrities.
Yeah. I
want high profile clients. And just to kind of break that down a little bit, like what I think nail techs are striving for is you're looking for a clientele where you have fewer, right? Overall, you're not looking to build, you know, 70, 80 or 100 unique individual clients that you're cycling through 2 to 3 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a normal clientele, full clientele nail tech business where you're making good money, by the way. You're looking to like bring that way down.
Yep.
And have, I don't know, let's say 10, 12, maybe just fewer clientele that you spend way more time on that are going to pay a lot more money.
Yeah.
So this is
that all sounds good.
It does on paper.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds good. But what does that actually entail? And like, what does that actually look like? We've had some experience in this area, and it's not for everybody, but it could be. There are those nail techs out there that have super high profile clients,
yep.
and we know them.
And they've done very well
with it.
They've
done very well
yeah.
with it, and they enjoy it, and
yep.
they travel, and they, you know what I mean? Like, they actually love it. But I don't know if people understand what actually goes into that, right? Yeah. And there's time commitment. There's like, it's not like they're coming to your space.
You're going to theirs.
You're going
typically.
to theirs, yep. 100%. But let's talk about that a little bit first, and then pricing and all that stuff. But if you are interested in this area, I do want to kind of break it down first. You know what that looks like from your knowledge, Tracey, because I know you've actually known quite a few. So
yep. Well, I've known people that done it. We've done it ourselves. So the good is you can get paid well. The potential is getting paid very well. You know, if you're going on set, you can get paid well. However, I will say you're on set all day. Mm-hmm. All day.
Right.
You're sitting on the floor. You are working around makeup and hair.
Right.
You are... It is not, you don't have a little station and they come to you. No. I have one story where this was my nightmare. I was sitting on the floor and, you know, I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
Sitting on the floor, and I went to get up and I grabbed the cord.
Oh, yeah.
And I tripped.
Yeah, I've heard this.
And the whole mirror, fortunately, did not come down on her, but it knocked everything off her table. Glasses
of this celebrity.
Yes.
Okay.
Glass broke. talk about humiliation. I was just
awesome.
dying.
Makes me so happy.
But here's the thing. I mean, she was a little more concerned about herself than she was about me splatting on the floor. Hair and makeup.
Did you fully eat it?
I ate it. I did. I was I was down.
That is like, just really quick. It's beautiful, Trace.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks. I just wanted to go home at that point. I was like, I want to die.
That is rough, man.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I mean, like, I've been sitting on the floor so long that my leg fell asleep and I grabbed, so yeah. So, I mean, it's just, that's what you have to expect. They'll say, okay, it's a 6 a.m. call. You be here at 6 a.m. And then you get there at 6 a.m. Nothing's set up. Nothing's ever ready, which it's just how it works.
I'm not complaining. Par for the course.
I'm just letting you know.
This is how it works.
This is how it works. Not much direction, no lighting, no tables. And then when they're ready for you, you better be ready to go. And typically they're running behind. So all of a sudden nails needs to be finished in 5 minutes, which not how it works. They usually don't tell you any creative prior. So you're showing up. I've been driving to location before and getting, we want purples.
On your way there.
On my way there. Like, nothing was said about purples. You were talking about natural nudes with clear top coat. Like, or you get there. So you literally have to pack your life.
Yeah,
like,
you got to pack everything.
We have been, I've taken 2 other people with me, worked all through the night on nails. All through the night, because they finally gave us creative, and they wanted artificial, so we pre-do them, and we got there and they're at 6 a.m. and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna kill us," but we decided to go natural nudes.
Yeah.
This is, I'm just letting you know, expect. So, I mean, if you had created all those nails, all that money's down the drain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you got to charge.
You have
a
to
lot.
charge. Now, here's the other side of it. A lot of people don't want to pay.
Yeah.
So that also happens.
Yeah. I mean, I know in our situation, we were linked up with a PR firm that was connecting us to do celebrity nails that didn't want to pay. But if you're an individual nail tech, you're going to charge, and I think they need to know.
But that needs to be a conversation.
Oh, for sure. Like, this is your business.
Exactly.
We're a company.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit
well,
different.
And that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a little different. Like all those nails being down the drain, it was all Young Nails product. The cost wasn't as high, and we do get paid for those that one.
Totally.
But what I'm saying is there is a lot of expectation sometimes that you're not going to charge, so you have to have those conversations prior.
Yeah.
Do not go into it going, I'm going to do a celebrity, so they're gonna. I'm
gonna get press.
I'm gonna get not even that. They're gonna pay me.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to tell them how much because I know they're going to pay me well.
Right.
Don't expect that.
Yeah.
Conversations, usually you're dealing with agents and their whole goal is not to cost as much.
Right.
They have budgets.
Right.
So open conversations.
Yeah.
How much does this pay? This is what I charge. Yes.
And a lot of times, actually, this is why celebrity nail techs have agents themselves. They belong to an actual agency that specializes in hand, foot models, all that stuff, because that cuts out, any of those conversations of
awkwardness.
Awkwardness. So usually that's a place to go or even start, but a lot of times they're looking for experience. It's like that. It's hard. Like, it's kind of like dealing with the bank. Yeah. Bank doesn't want to give you a loan unless you don't need it. And then when you don't, you know what I mean? It's like, but the agencies usually want you to have experience because they're putting you in front of high profile clients. They want you to know the ways of that world, which, as you described, that's how they are, so that you don't just be like frustrated and like, I can't believe this, and like you storm out. And
you can't do that. You and I'm very vocal in what I need. So don't be intimidated either. A lot of times they just have to be told. Like, I need more. I can't see. I need more lighting. I'm very easygoing when it comes to these things. I know sometimes even I take other people and they're like, "Can't you just ask them if we can go? Can't we go?" Because you'll be done with the nails and they still want you on set.
Yeah, just in case.
All day, just in case.
Just in case.
And I'm like, no, this is what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Whether I'm sitting on, and it's very boring when you're sitting.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks, oh, it's a lot of times you can't have your phone.
Yeah.
So it's very, you're locked down. I kind of just enjoy the relaxation, but it can, after a couple days, like make you go a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying any of this is bad. I'm just giving,
this is how it is.
This is how it is.
Yeah.
And fortunately, all the celebs that I have worked with have been extremely nice.
Yeah.
Just super, super nice people. But you also have to expect not to have that. We've had situations where we've sent girls out and the celebrity made them sit on their bed while they laid and watched TV and do their nails.
You got to deal.
You got to deal with it, you know. So, stop to watch a TV show that they wanted. You're on a schedule. They're not. And you're living by their schedule, which brings me up to the next subject. Even if you're just doing one celebrity, like you're their tech, I know several of people who do this and they love doing it. They get to travel, they get to do all this stuff. However, their time is not their own. It is very like they call, you're ready to go. Then you will show up sometimes. You will be waiting. I remember talking to one lady, just love her. She's an amazing, very patient person. She waited till midnight. They finally told her to go home, that the celeb wasn't going to get them done, and to be back at 6 a.m.
So this is the world of entertainment.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you, like whenever show a commercial, an event, it's set up, shoot, like a very short amount of time. That's why, like, even if you hear, actors or celebrities, when they talk about filming a movie, the majority of the time is spent in their trailer waiting for things to be set up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not moving, there's so much setup that occurs that everybody, and then once the setup is ready, or it might be like, okay, the lighting is where exactly we need it. Let's go. And then it's like nails, hair, like you got to move.
Yeah. And it's literally like in the 5 minutes of shoot.
It's 5 minutes to shoot. We're
Great,
done.
Everybody.
Good job. You caught that moment.
You know what? It's a rush. And that's the thing, is that you have to enjoy that kind of work. I know the hair, makeup, people, I've, built some relationships with them, and they have to deal with the same thing, and they do it for years and years. They're on every one that I go to, we see them all the time. They travel with their celeb.
Yeah.
And they'll talk about it. Like, one hairdresser he's like, I am on call 24/7.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to Paris next week. I'm doing this.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's that give and take.
Yeah.
Like you ask me that question, there's zero chance that I could not do that. You know what I mean? I'm just not built that way. But it's fast paced. It's you're living, so to speak, through, vicariously, sort of through that celebrity's lifestyle. You're attached to it. You're moving with them. You're hanging out with them. So it can be very exciting.
Yeah. They get to a lot of parties. They get to do a lot of things. It's all about, for them, sitting in a salon 5 days a week.
They could not do it.
They can't do it.
Client after
That's
client
not
after
what
client.
they want. And they have used it. They have built their own little brand, their own brands. Some of them even go into their own hair or makeup lines eventually.
Totally.
So they use the knowledge, they use the connections, and they are getting paid. They they have set it up so that they're getting paid.
That's the thing. A lot of times you're like, oh well, gosh, I'm going to charge $200 to do celebrity nails. That's not even enough. When you consider you can make one appointment. If that celebrity is in town and you got to move and go to their hotel, you might as well book out like a 3-day window almost of like they told me this day, but I'm going to make sure I'm available the day before and the day after.
Yeah.
So
we've had it where we sent someone, she got there 10 minutes before they said to get there, and the celebrity had already left. She pretty much drove by her. And the very next day, they're like, can you be somewhere else? Can you to do her nails? I'm like, no, unfortunately, we couldn't.
We couldn't make it happen. Yeah. But that is the reality, like I think when you're as a pro, you're like, God, just traveling and going here and getting the opportunity to do this, that. It sounds exciting.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
But that's the Instagram version, right? The real version behind the scenes is everything you talked about. It's like, you have to have the right temperament and patience to deal with all of the other stuff, like the waiting being the big one. You're always waiting. It really isn't about your time. It's about their time, and you have to make it work around their time. That's so
And you got to be able
important.
to handle the pressure, especially if you're on site, if you're doing fashion or any of that, because it literally is, they're always running late most of the time, and that's understandable. But they don't expect you to be running behind.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. And it's so all of a sudden your time frame gets so condensed. It's pretty crazy.
To a certain degree, it's like, I get that. It's like, it's their show. It's their event. Everybody needs to be ready to go.
Yep.
And when I'm ready, you got to move.
Yep.
And I can understand that, what you said about handling, you got to be able to handle the pressure. And I saw that firsthand with Tracey. I always bring this up. I brought it up on many different episodes, but I saw a different side of Tracey in New York. No. It was Paris. It was Paris. Sorry, I didn't go to the New York. Mm-mm. No, I didn't. I went to the Paris. And I went to the actual, behind the scenes nails, actually, I was lucky enough. I got to go to the show too. That's one right. At the Paris Library.
That was one of my favorite ones too.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was incredible.
The school scenes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That was amazing. But I saw the behind the scenes, and Tracey literally turned, it's like poof, the focus happened, and the communication, that was the big thing I saw from you. You were zoned into like, hey, go here, boom, boom, boom. And then, but here's the hard part. You would see like, somebody would come back to Tracey and be like, Tracey, the model says that I can't touch her nails right now. Like, and then Tracey's like, come with me. Tracey would go over there and be like, what would you say to them? Because I'm talking, these are the highest profile models in the world who are telling, look, no, you're not touching my nails right now. It's not happening. And then how would you communicate that, Trace? Like, you got to be able to deal with this.
Typically that it just takes me saying, hi, I'm Tracey. I know you're really busy right now. She has to do your nails. We're on a time frame, so she's going to sit down and do your nails. Cool. And they're like, okay. Every once in a while you'd get a kickback. And I would just say it's not an option. I'm sorry, I have to do my job because they're going to come down on me. And then every once in a while I'll have to get, the main.
Wow. So you would so there's like the different levels.
Yeah.
And so you would say that sometimes, and the model would be like, no. And then, so at that point, it's like, you got to go get.
I get the main contact for me at the show, and she would go over and be like, it's not an option. But I think I had to do that the first couple times, but from what her wording, I was able to like, okay, it's not an option.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to tell you. If I would even tell him, like, if you want me to call the main lady over, you can explain to her how you're not going to get your nails.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. That's a great way. But I'm talking. Like, I tripped out because it was so high pressure, high stress. You're talking about, for one of the biggest icons, and for Rihanna's show, this Fenty show, celebrities in the crowd. It was, you know what I'm saying? And like, these models are the top in the world, and you're like, sorry, it's not an option. I'm just like, whoa, Jesus. I couldn't even. You got to be able to do that stuff. Yeah. Like, you got to be able to just step it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they try. It's funny. Every show, it's well, I'm wearing gloves. It's kind of funny because they're like, I'll even tell them, come on, it's Rihanna. She's into nails. You're getting nails. And they just laugh.
Yeah,
that's
like, a good. You have your kind of go-tos, right? Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. That was a great experience. for me, just to watch on the sidelines and kind of see it all, the pre, the during, and then the big thing is the communicating directly with these celebrities, is super intense. And so like those are the kind of things that you've got to be able to deal with and handle, if this is the area that you want to go into. And I hope we've kind of broken it down and explained to you in as much detail as possible. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts. If you have worked on celebrities or want to, questions, anything, let us know in the comments below. Any other topics you want us to cover in the future, in the comments below, please. Thank you so much, Tracey.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time on the Biz Talk.